What's going on, guys? Killer6 back with another legendary item guide for you guys, and this time we're gonna go farm Bio-Bulkhead. And you guys will remember this guy if you've ever fought him, because he's the dude who has the armor that you have to rip off, and then after you rip off that armor, that's when you can actually fight him. And look at that, we got lucky and got a legendary from a vending machine while we're doing this farm. This is the benefit of being on Ultimate 2 and above, because we're gonna start seeing more and more like random loot like this. So it is unfortunately an annoying travel to get over to Bio-Bulkhead's arena. All right, here we are, Bio-Bulkhead's arena, the synthetic nave. And what you do is you get out right here in the middle, and we're gonna go up this pathway over here. All right, once you get in here, there is multiple pathways for you to choose from, and we're just gonna go straight right into this elevator here. All right, then from there, you're just gonna run through here. Again, you don't have to fight any of these guys along the pathway if you don't want to. They're just there if you need that XP or you want to grind away. And we're at Bio-Bulkhead. So for Bio-Bulkhead, you have to pick up these things, hit him, that tears down his armor, and then you can actually do damage at that point. And Bio-Bulkhead, after all those phases where we had to rip his immunity away from him, dropped us nothing. So after you kill him, run through the back here, jump up, grab the ladder, jump up the ladder, and there's gonna be two chests. There's one underneath of the thingamajiggy, and then the red one right here. Grab these chests and then hit the teleporter, and then you can farm. So let's take a look at the drops from Bio-Bulkhead. In Bio-Bulkhead's loot pool, we've got the Budget Deity first and foremost. This is a Tediore pistol, legendary, and the gold text reads DOPE buoys. Throws out 2 combo orbs which place the Atlas target lock on enemies that are damaged by the combo orbs. The base damage is 902, accuracy 67%, reload time 1.8 seconds, fire rate 4.8 shots per second, and the ammo count is 24. The red text reads store brand is just as God, not just as good. Again, plays on the whole budget deity thing there, you know. All right, the budget deity, as you can see, get all these orbs bouncing around out here, and if you manage to get one of these to hit this dude then he's gonna take extra damage, but I also took extra damage, so yay. All right, I got some enemies here. As you see, that allowed my gun to work as an Atlas gun basically, which it doesn't seem to be hitting them. Okay, hold on, let's try and get this guy tagged up. Bro, it is so okay. Well, all right, well, that was just a direct hit and that did pretty well. So if you just use this as a direct hit machine, that seems like it works pretty good too. I don't know. This feels okay. Now it says locked. Okay, bro, what? What is happening here? Dude, I'm telling you, this gun works best as just trying to hit it directly. Because just trying to get these things to hit anybody is already a nightmare. Okay, so that guy's now target locked, right? No? This gun sucks, bro. Oh my god, this gun's so bad. I really don't like this gun at all. I'm trying to think of any situation where I would rather not use the orbs as just a direct damage, because those seem to work pretty good as direct damage, but they don't seem to work so great as doing like the tracker thing like they're supposed to. So I don't know, I'm not a big fan of the budget deity. So yeah, the budget deity. Do you like dying? Try the budget deity. I do not recommend the budget deity. Up next, we have the Waterfall. This is a Vladov grenade mod, and the gold text reads, Waterfall causes additional explosions when damaging targets. The cooldown is 14 seconds, the damage is 7,290, radius is 789, and this one has 2 charges. This one's also in shock, and it being Vladov, I'm pretty sure it can beat all the different elements. Now, this one has MIRV. It also has rubberized. MIRV grenades bounce up to 5 times before exploding, and it has the nuke on this one as well. Red text says, I'm only going to ask this once. Who is Jason? And I don't know what that's a reference to either. So let me know in the comment section down below if you guys know what it is. Waterfall, as you can see, a little dangerous. Already you can tell it's a little bit dangerous. This would be like one of those grenades that if you're going to just chuck it into like a crowd of enemies and then like leave the room, sure, maybe. The extra damage that you're going to get out of this thing can get pretty wild. It can get pretty wild. So let's go try this out against actual enemies in a very, very busy location. So I'm bringing it into a Ripper drill site. As you can see, we get a lot of red dots in here. And we're going to test this thing out. versus a large group of enemies and see if we can replicate that firing range event that happened. Try and like wrangle them together into a group. All right, there we go. That was pretty good. That's where this grenade really shines, honest to goodness, is you need a bunch of enemies grouped up, but then you need to be able to get the hell out of dodge. You know what I'm saying? You're really gonna want them to like group up really well, and then you're gonna want to run for your freaking life, dude. I don't really recommend it. I think it could be a fun grenade at times, but I don't see a situation where I would use this very often, to be honest with you. And last but not least, the final item in Bio-Bulkhead's loot pool is the Sho Kunai. This is a Jacob's throwing knife, and it looks so damn good. I love the way this thing looks, man. Gold text on this one reads, Ninja Speed grants 10% movement speed for a short duration with each consecutive hit for a maximum of 7 stacks. If you want to run fast, this thing has 7 charges. If you hit an enemy with all 7 of those charges, I imagine we're going to be blazing fast. We're going to put that to the test here in just a moment. The red text says, I've got blades stashed in places you can't even imagine. And that is a reference to Captain Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. You know what? I'm going to test the Sho Kunai in this confined space versus Bio-Bulkhead, just to see how fast I can get running inside this one little area here. All right, so after a quick save quit, you can see that we have all 7 of our charges now on our throwing knife. All right, so first we're going to go ahead and rip that armor off of this guy, like I was saying. All right, and we're gonna stack these up. I missed the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and let's see if we get the 7th before the other one wears off. And 7. All right, let's see how fast we go. I'll be honest, guys, I don't think that is worth the effort to put in to get 7 hits in a row. How fast am I supposed to run with this thing? Grants 10% movement speed for a short duration with each consecutive hit for a maximum. So I should be getting 70% movement speed right now. To me, that just does not seem like it's worth all the setup to make that happen. All right, so I decided I would bring the Sho Kunai to a location where I have just stationary targets. I can just chunk all 7 into one of these dudes and just see how things go. Here's normal speed, just as a point of reference. Normal speed running through here. Okay, and then with 7 of these guys chucked into an enemy. Yeah, it's definitely, you definitely get a speed boost. How long does it last? It's already fallen off. All right, again, I can't imagine too many situations where this is going to be useful. There may be builds where speed is absolutely necessary for damage. I've only played Rafa so far, so it'd be hard for me to really speak to that. But I will say, like, if you can chuck a couple of these into an enemy, then you are going to get a little bit of extra movement speed. So maybe it's worth it to you, maybe it's not. I just did not enjoy any of Bio-Bulkhead's drops. So that's all the drops from Bio-Bulkhead. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure that like button, hit subscribe, tap the bell icon for more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Y'all take care.